Marty here from The Garage Life, and today I'm going to talk to you about simulators. Recently I've decided to start racing simulators online using a set of Corsa, and I've upgraded the seats. So thanks to the guys at the Virtual Race Academy who've got me hooked on this stuff. Went down and used their simulators for once or twice, and now I'm have my own setup here at home. It's pretty mad. So for any, I suppose, information regarding games or seats or any of that kind of stuff, Virtual Race Academy guys are the people to ask. Anyway, let's get into this video. So before I had the Playseat challenge, which was more like a sunbed chair, but after maybe an hour's use or so, I had bad neck, bad back. It was just, did get uncomfortable. Perfect for small spaces because it folds up into basically nothing. But I decided to upgrade something more solid and something a bit more supportive, especially if I'm getting back pain after a couple of hours. So what I've done is I purchased the Playseat Evolution, which does fold up into a small size, but not half the amount that the others did. So I thought I'd do a quick video, just getting it together, a quick time lapse. So here I am taking the first part out. It's basically the seat base where everything mounts onto. Comes with all the instructions, comes with Velcro, cable ties, everything you need to get your things together, even your Allen keys. So it's pretty much bulletproof in terms of building it. Instructions are pretty detailed also, so yeah, it's easy. I like to essentially put everything out that's in the instructions, just from building IKEA furniture and other things, that there's nothing worse than you get to the end to finish everything to realize that a nut or bolt is missing. I'd rather know at the start and not build the whole thing before we get stuck into it. So here again we have the seat base. So this is where your seat mounts onto. I actually purchased the sliders also because I'm fairly tall. I'm 6'4", and a couple of my friends are about a foot shorter than me, so it allowed me to make adjustments on that. First thing I did was basically two large pins or clips at the back of the seat that make sure that it's straight and supportive. Literally lock them in place and away you go. It does say at the back of this not to be used in a real car. I don't know honestly who would use this in a real car, but I don't know, you get all sorts. Comment below if you'd use a racing seat in a real car. I sure hope you wouldn't. So yeah, click that together and then started putting on the sliders. These are the exact same thing that you'd fit into a car in terms of how it works. And you basically mount them to the bottom of the seat and make sure that the pins are both basing, so the pins that go onto the handle are both pointing each other. So when it all comes together, basically the pressure of the bar removes the pins from the sliders and allows you to slide it back and forth. I've been using it, it's been adjusted a few times and had no issues at all. Just when you are fitting it, you basically have to use your hands to slide the rail up and slide the rail down to get the mounting holes, but they mount straight up. I was a bit confused because I was actually fitting the wrong size screws and all this kind of stuff, but yeah, don't do what I did, mess it up. But yeah, once I got to the end, it was pretty straightforward. A bit tedious, but this is probably the worst part of the whole thing. That's if you do get a slider. You may decide that you don't need one, or you don't have a massive height difference with you and your friends or whoever it may be, that you can just adjust the rig however you need it. So that's it there now, finished. That's the base and the slider and the seat mounted. So now it's time to put the support bars in from one plate to the other. Again, these are pretty simple, just 2 screws on either side, nothing complicated that would cause you any trouble. The whole reason I went for this rig is, again, I wanted something a bit more sturdier and also something a lot more comfortable. So yeah, that's kind of the whole plan behind it. I have the space now whereas I didn't before, so it made sense to do it. So this part here, we are putting on what I'm going to call the spine of it. And so basically this connects the pedals, the steering wheel and the seat all together. And it comes in 3 different parts. It does have a neat little cap for the back for it, just tidies it up. Nice little finish on it. So the next part here is one part of the base for the pedals, which allows you to kind of put a different angle on it depending on how you want it. And again, it connects to the spine of the whole rig. So yeah, it allows everything to kind of, you can adjust these as you need. So again, it's just like 4 Allen keys actually that hook it up and allow you to change the angle on it, whatever suits, if your pedals are inverted or whatever it may be, and you can pretty much fit any pedals. I actually currently use the Logitech G920. It's like the cheapest wheel available. Had it for like 2 years so far, and it's done me fine. Pedals aren't the best, but for what I'm using right now, it's pretty good. But like, these seats can pretty much mount any pedals and steering wheel to them. So that's only a couple of screws. The next part here that we're seeing is, this is where like your steering wheel mounts to, so this is kind of like the centerpiece of the whole rig. Yeah, pretty straightforward. It's just a case of mounting it. Nothing too complicated. Putting like all the bars straight through, so like pieces 1, 2 and 3 essentially, and roughly that's what your rig finishes like after you kind of basically pin it down. So I'm not being too descriptive, but it is what it is. There's not much to it. The instructions are pretty clear. And this top piece, this is where your actual steering wheel mounts to. Yeah, and then once you run the wires down that, you can run to the pedals and off to your PC or game or whatever you may be using. So yeah, that's pretty much sums up what it is, and that's it there, finished in its finished state as I cleaned up the room. Just going to throw in the cushion, and that's basically it. I suppose my opinion on it, I've been using it for the last 3 weeks. The force feedback, if it is strong in the game, it makes the rig a little bit jolty and shaky. It's not the most solid thing I've come across. So I don't know if you're using maybe a stronger wheel, you might kind of think it's rubbish. I think I paid €400 for the whole rig. Can't exactly remember the price I paid for it, but it is a lot better from the Playseat Challenge in terms of comfort. It took a bit of a while getting used to the pedals being a far enough distance away from the bar, so like your ankle isn't hitting and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, it is a lot more comfortable and a lot more better. We are going to be doing more sim racing stuff, so definitely subscribe if that's something that you're into. We want to hear from you if you race. We're going to be doing some races live stream. We're going to be doing some reviews. We're going to do a bit of setup. We want to try and take this channel to that sim racing part, as well as what we have been doing in the garage life. A lot of stuff has gone on and we need to update you with that, but do stay tuned. Do hit that subscribe button if that's what you're into, and if you're racing on a set of Corsa, put your name below. Let's race and let's see what we can do. Thanks again very much for watching, and I hope you found this video very useful. Talk to you soon.